Rayan always believed love was meant to bring peace, not pain. But sometimes, love enters a house where hatred already lives. Rayan met Alia on a quiet evening at a small bookstore. She was gentle, soft-spoken, and carried kindness in her eyes. Their love grew slowly, built on respect and late-night conversations about dreams and fears. For the first time in his life, Rayan felt complete. When Rayan decided to introduce Alia to his family, she was nervous but hopeful. His mother, Mariam, welcomed her with a polite smile, one that looked warm on the outside, but cold underneath. "So this is the girl you couldn't stop talking about," Mariam said calmly. She's very ordinary." Alia lowered her eyes. Rayan laughed nervously, brushing it off. But that night, Mariam whispered to herself, "This girl will never rule my son's heart." The wedding. Despite Mariam's quiet disapproval, Rayan married Alia. The wedding was simple and beautiful. Alia looked like happiness itself. But Mariam watched from the corner, her hands tightly clasped, her smile forced. "This marriage will not last," she murmured. After the wedding, Alia moved into Rayan's family home. At first, she tried everything to please Mariam, waking early, cooking carefully, keeping the house spotless. But nothing was ever enough. "The food has no taste," Mariam would say, pushing the plate away. "You sleep too much. You don't know how to care for a home." In front of guests, Mariam praised her. Behind closed doors, she broke her spirit. Rayan noticed the sadness growing in Alia's eyes. But every time he confronted his mother, Mariam cried. "She's turning you against me," she sobbed. "I carried you for 9 months." And Rayan, trapped between love and guilt, remained silent. One evening, Mariam planted a lie like poison. She told Rayan that Alia spoke badly about him, that she complained about the family, that she regretted marrying him. Rayan confronted Alia in anger. "Is this true?" he demanded. Alia stared at him in shock, tears filling her eyes. "I have never said those things. Never." But doubt had already entered Rayan's heart. That night, Alia cried alone, whispering, "Why is love not enough?" The breaking point. Weeks later, Alia fell sick. Weak and exhausted, she asked Mariam for help. Mariam laughed softly. "When I was young, I worked even when I was dying." Rayan was away on a work trip. That night, Alia collapsed in the kitchen. When Rayan returned and saw her in the hospital, something broke inside him. Stress is killing her. Rayan finally saw the truth. Rayan returned home and confronted his mother. "Why do you hate her?" he asked, his voice shaking. Mariam exploded. "She stole you from me." A son belongs to his mother first. Rayan stepped back, shocked. "No," he said quietly. "A son grows up. A husband protects his wife." For the first time, Mariam had no words. Rayan moved Alia to a new home, far from the poison. Mariam refused to visit. She told relatives her son had abandoned her. But Rayan stood firm. Slowly, Alia healed. One evening, she asked softly, "If you had chosen earlier, would I have suffered less?" Rayan held her hand, tears in his eyes. "I failed you once. I won't fail you again." Years later, Mariam sat alone in the same house she once ruled. And Rayan learned a painful truth. A mother who demands to be chosen over a wife does not want love, she wants control. Alia smiled again. Not because the pain disappeared, but because love finally won. True love requires courage. And sometimes, the hardest battle is not against strangers but against family.